If my tears could speak, this is what they would say to you. That I love deeply, that I have had heartaches, and that I have felt deadening pain. My tears, no matter how many times it spilled in the lonely corners of my heart, always yearned for love and the warmth of comforting hugs. But that was then. Today I am happy because music saved me. At the age of 12, I was diagnosed with severe depression. A high level of anxiety and uncertainty took a toll on my everyday life. I became helpless, unable to sink my teeth into anything, even the things I loved. My family, friends, books, art, everything started losing its fun and flavor. I felt as if I was in a car with no control over the steering wheel. I just watched and waited, hoping something or someone would arrive to reset the button of my life. But sadly, the destruction kept growing, and it turned to something that took a huge toll on me. I started hurting my body. I did not know then, but I do know now that self-harm is a coping mechanism. It was a way to have control over emotional pain, and I wanted to be in control over something that was happening to me. By inflicting physical pain on my body, I could distract my mind from all the noise and chatter. So, I would hurt myself, climb under the covers, and wait for everything to be absolutely silent. I used to think of my scars as ugly. I used to be ashamed of my actions. But today it is a reminder that I am strong and I can get through anything. I lost my love for music. I couldn't bring myself to deal with any more noise that I knew wasn't going to help me. I did many months of therapy and medication. I was prescribed antidepressants, but I felt no different. In fact, the empty feeling became deeper, something quite frightening for a 13-year-old. One night, I was tired of life kicking the shit out of me. I thought there was no solution to gaining any happiness. I felt as if I was a burden on those around me. I was being sucked down this black hole with no escape. I found 4 packets of Panadol, which is about 40 pills, and I chugged them down without a second thought. It was one of the scariest moments of my life because I knew I was going to die. So I lay down, closed my eyes, and waited. But luckily, my body rejected the pills and I was taken to hospital. I was mad at the world for not taking me to a place of silence. But later on, I realized that it was a wake-up call. The night I was saved, something changed inside me. I committed deep inside my heart to change and resurrect my life. And this began my journey, leaving Bombay for Bali with my mother. I was excited. I was ready to leave my past behind and hopefully be happy. It was going to be a chance to reinvent myself. Once I moved to Bali and joined Greenstone, I met the most amazing human being, a music therapist, Lindsay Wise. She was kind, engaged, and loved music. I had long forgotten my love for music, and she brought it back in just a few sessions. The way she taught music, she allowed me to embrace my pain. She played all kinds of instruments from shamanic to classical, which helped me cope with my feelings. She sang songs that resonated in my soul. She lit incense and Palo Santo around me, chanted for me, and strummed the guitar while she spoke or sang about self-love, self-care, or self-respect. She made me believe in the healing power of music, something I had never known in my life. She created a safe space, allowing me to unravel my emotions through music. We sang, talked, and cried together. However difficult, I was freely expressing my feelings to her. The sacredness of music paved the way for catharsis and then healing. Since I can remember, music transported me into a space full of love and warmth. And lyrics of most of the music I listen to portray such beauty. I realized music was a dynamic way to express emotions and aspirations. Music helped me to really feel, allowing me to open my eyes to unspeakable joy, to convey deep thoughts without conversation. For example, one of my favorite pieces of classical music is Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy. Every time I listen to it, I end up in tears, crying at these beautiful phrases that cannot be molded into words. Over time, I found my passion for music. I rekindled my love for singing. Today, when I sing, I am transported to a place of complete bliss. I was so grateful to sing songs by these incredible artists who put together these lyrics that spoke to me, that showed me that my feelings are justified, they are real, and they can exist. This was the biggest inspiration for me to write my own lyrics, so that other people got a chance to connect with my words and be transported to a state of happiness and comfort. My journey with songwriting all started with poetry. I loved using words to tell a story, to hint at emotions. Then I transformed those words into lyrics while playing chords on a piano. I found my voice, a platform to express rather than suppress my emotions. So, now let's get professional and talk about music therapy. Music therapy is the use of music to address the physical, emotional, cognitive, and social needs of a group or individual. It employs a variety of activities, such as listening to melodies, playing an instrument, drumming, writing songs, and guided imagery. As humans, we create ways of coping through trauma, whether they are healthy or destructive. It's a way of bringing you out of a space of negativity. Healthy coping mechanisms, like expressing pain through art, allows you to portray your emotions without conversation. Talking to someone can help with the burden of holding in pain, and crying can be a healthy emotional release. All these are natural and helpful ways of allowing you to go through your journey of releasing pain. Harmful coping mechanisms can be ways to either feel your emotions physically, forget, or numb your mind. These methods include various addictions, such as drugs, alcohol, sex, or self-harm, cutting, eating disorders, impact with objects. This stems off of control, to be able to feel dominant in an aspect of what is happening to you. And this began my dream of healing others through music. When brainstorming ideas for Greenstone, in the beginning I was at a loss for inspiring ideas, but I told myself, be patient, it will come to you. I knew, deep in my heart, that I had to give something amazing to my school community, as a tribute to a place that gave me so much knowledge, wisdom, and vision. So, finally, one day, Bali magic happened, and I hit on an idea. For my Greenstone project, I created an EP, which is a mini music album. Through music, I wanted to focus on the whirlwind we, us as teenagers, go through almost every day. Mood swings, depression even, body issues, bullying. So I interviewed around 15 to 20 high school students and asked them questions on their journey through whatever pain and happiness they have faced as high schoolers. I asked them simple and truthful questions. How do they express their happiness? What does love mean to them? How does pain manifest in their lives? What are their worries and their concerns? What coping mechanisms do you have? I collected all their answers and used them as inspiration for writing my lyrics. This is my EP cover. It's called If My Tears Could Speak, which will be out on June 25th, hopefully. It will be uploaded on Spotify and Apple Music. My journey of creating my EP had its thrilling highs and downright lows. When COVID-19 struck, I was gutted, miserable, because the recording studios shut down indefinitely. And that meant my project came to a grinding halt. To top this, I hit the infamous writer's block, and I was swept away with anxiety. I tried to shake myself out of it by being around musicians, visiting friends whom I find great comfort, but nothing helped. I felt utterly lost. It took a whole month for me to get out of this funk. After a month, a couple of studios reopened and I was thrilled. I met music producers who were encouraging and ready to work with me, and that brought my inspiration back. I focused on my lyrics. I put my heart and soul in it. I finally felt I was on the right track and excited to complete my project. I want to thank my family, friends, and teachers for supporting me through this journey. Before I leave the stage, I will be performing one of my original songs to you. It's called Misfits. Popping pills like candied peppermints, promise that you'll stay with me. Fill my stomach with bleach white cotton. We'll have to keep this quiet. Her smile faded as time flew by, the light wore out in her eyes. I can barely catch my breath. Tell me what I can do instead. Sexy love for misfits, exchanging love for innocence. I doze to the sound of you weeping. Hope to God you're just sleeping. A sexy love for misfits is the reason why I can't cry. All of my tears have been left to dry. Tell me what I can change. Nothing will ever be the same. A sexy love for misfits, exchanging love for innocence. I doze to the sound of you weeping. Hope to God you're just sleeping. A sexy love for misfits. You tell me that you love me, but I know that it's just a game. Always spitting lies. Do you have anything else to say?